So story time, I forgot to talk about this yesterday, and this actually happened to me. Sorry about the water. I just got done training my dogs, so that's spit. I promise you. Anyway, so I was going to the gym yesterday, and I was walking into the gym, and I was on my phone. I was walking through, and I was going to take a right into the women's locker room. Normal, because I go in there, I hit up the sauna, whatever. I walk in, I take my right, and I take a couple steps, and then I pick up my face from my phone, and I see 3 men, and I'm like shocked, and then I realize I accidentally walked into the men's locker room. Total innocent mistake. My reaction was literally this. Oh, and walked away. Okay, so that happened. Went right into the women's locker room. Just had my workout, whatever. I get home later on, and I'm sitting down, I'm eating with my boyfriend, and I'm telling him the story, and he's just listening along. And as I'm telling him the story, I was like, you know what I just thought? I'm like, what if a guy walked into a woman's locker room? By the way, sorry, these dogs are going like nuts. So if you hear the little clickety clackets or their nails on the floor. But what if the situation was reversed, where a man innocently, accidentally walked into a woman's locker room? I don't know for sure. I can only assume, and I know what they say about assuming things, but I can only assume that the reaction from the women in the women's locker room versus the reaction that I got from the men in the men's locker room would be completely different. Of course, I know I am assuming. I know. So before you come at me with all the I know this is just hypothetically speaking, right? But my belief system, based upon how society is and the way that they treat men in general, is that most likely the women would react a lot worse than how the men reacted. Because the men reacted when they saw me just kind of like, what are you doing here? Like it was almost like they were just looking at me like confused. Whereas I feel like the women in that scenario would have just been like maybe shocked, maybe confused, but then like, was that guy a creep? Was he like creeping on us? Was he like a pervert? Oh my gosh, who knows? Maybe some women would have gone and yelled at the man who walked out, maybe told management. But like, here's the thing. I worked out the entire time. 3 men saw me. They saw my face. They saw me. And no one came up to me to question me. No one said a word to me, management, whatever. They didn't come up to me at all. And I hate to think that, unfortunately, based upon things that have happened in society primarily due to, the poor actions of some men, that men just get this blanket statement that they're creeps, that they're perverts, that they're like just doing the wrong thing, when in that situation, truly, it was an innocent mistake. It was just a like, oh, whoops, sorry, and so it was, yeah, I'm such a huge supporter for everybody. Like I'm totally like, yes, go women, go men. But I tend to really try to like speak for the men when I can, and this is one of those situations where I feel like it would be unfair. So just a thought. I would love your comments about this as well, though.